Alright, good morning, people. Good morning. It is Tuesday, October the 28th. Hope your week has started off well and you are doing well. Today, we're going to do a little chess stream here, YouTube. We're going to we're just going to play some chess. I will try to explain my thought process out loud, and maybe you can pick up a little bit. I'm not saying that I'm a good chess player. I'm just saying you can be better than me. That's pretty much facts. You can be better than me. So, if you ever want to play chess or ever think about playing chess, remember, you can always be better than me. Alright. Words of encouragement for today. Let's go over here. And as always, don't forget, the Discord is open. I'm on the chat Discord and in the lobby, I believe. So pop on in, say hello. All that good stuff. All of that good stuff. Good morning. Alright. Let's start off with a review of the game that I just played. Now, you do not have to review your games. However, if you want to get better at chess, looking at your mistakes and looking at what you did correctly will help. So let's go back. Now, playing through these moves, we're seeing that black is sticking with the principles of chess, getting some development of these minor pieces, having some control of the center squares here, development of the minor pieces, and of course a king safety. So they're starting off very good with this little formation here. Opposite me, I am playing more of what you consider a system. A system means you play basically the same way. It cuts out on a lot of things like prep time, and it allows you to get into positions that you're comfortable with and that you're familiar with. So the idea here is that the knight develops to be square, and my pawns will try to point towards this side of the board, where I will try to make something happen on this side of the board, supported by my pawn structure, and then all my other pieces will attack. Alright. So let's continue on. Okay. Now here I'm not exactly sure why the undevelopment. Do you call this an undeveloping move? Sometimes it's necessary to undevelop to get this knight into different positions, but right here I think that this is inaccurate, because white doesn't really seem to be doing anything. Yeah, they're pushing some pawns, and you know they're probably going to castle. But here, I would think you would need to get your own minor pieces into the game. So I think that was a mistake from black. Let's continue. Okay. And again, you see here, black is wasting the opportunity, the time. They're not really counter-striking or preparing for a counter-strike. Look at all this. Look at this. There isn't a single black chess piece that is past their third rank. Whereas I do have a lot of control of basically 60%, 70%. If you look at it from 3 to 5 perspective, 70% of the board belongs to white. So, alright. Little exchanges here. Now, this is a good move. That is a good move here. This is what we call a pin. The bishop is putting pressure on the knight, and the rook is the main target. So now the knight is basically stuck here. And then there's opportunities to double attack this piece, which could be very bad for white. So this is a very good plan for black here. And let's see what we do. Okay, supported it. Okay. Now they doubled down on the positioning of this bishop. The only problem I have with this is that now the bishop is kind of locked into this position. I have no issues with supporting the bishop at e5, but whenever you move one of these 3 pawns, you are weakening your position. Now, white has already weakened their position to begin with, but that was part of the expansion that they wanted to do. Here, I would think that black would want to maintain that little barrier, the little wall, the actual integrity of the castle. So, and not to mention we talked about blocking the retreat for this bishop. So, probably better would have been this pawn forward, which would cause the exchange here. So, let's continue. And again, I'm not sure about this move with the king. It's kind of unusual. Alright, so this right here is a calculated exchange to where we are going to be winning material, and we want to get this rook into the 7th rank. It's kind of like a little practical rule of thumb. If you can get your rook on the 7th rank, you can do a lot of different attacks and pick up material. So, that's the goal. They do a good job of defending the 7th rank and keeping the rook pretty much back to only 2 squares that it can go. So yes, this is good, but let's see what we do. They allow us to get free and to go there, which we take advantage of. And a common theme is to disconnect 2 rooks. It's a very good tactic if you can disconnect 2 rooks. So there is a pawn and there is a knight. So that's a very good place to create a disconnect between the rooks. So let's see what they do. Yep, they did it. Alright. Now my king is a fighting piece. Once the queens are off the board, your king is a warrior. So he's got to support this. We're looking at some shenanigans here where we're going to lose it. So let's see. Yep. Alright. Let's go back here. That's, again, don't move the pawns unless you have to. Rule of thumb, it's a really, really strong piece of advice. Don't move your pawns. Don't move them. Just leave them where they are. Okay, we're looking at some pressure coming up here. So now, This is a trap. If you play too fast, then you're going to fall for traps. So here is an example of where you need to be constantly reevaluating your position. If you look at this, black has a superior pawn structure. Black is winning here. So, what they need to do is maintain the integrity of these pawns and not to try to get into some kind of material exchange. Don't exchange this material here when you have a winning pawn structure. But what do? They miscalculate. Because remember, just like with the bishop, now the rook is a target. And there's nobody protecting that rook. So if you take, if that takes, then you have this. Not to mention, it'll be a check on the king. So if you can, take advantages of checks, because they're the only forcing move in the entire game are checks. Yep. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, the game is over. The game is over. Check, and boom. Alright, so the rest of this game, I'm just going to go through because all we're going to have to do is capture these pawns and win the game. So this is going to be fast. Very fast. Alright, king has taken care of all the pawns. The rook is basically being an enforcer. We're going to take out the rest of the pawns. Okay. Now, look at this position here. The rook is being offered up so we can promote to the queen. Anytime you can get the queen, even if you have to sacrifice a rook or a knight or a bishop, the game is won. So, there's that pin. This knight cannot move. There's two ways to do it. You can promote the queen, then take the piece, then promote the queen. Doesn't really matter. I like to go ahead and take the piece. That way there's no stopping this queen. Okay. And what we do with the queen is we just limit, the queen moves to limit the field of the king. And that's it, game over. Okay, so there you go. There's an example of how analysis can help you with your game. Realizing common mistakes and traps and just an overall game plan. Strategy is very important, and sometimes it's just as simple as having the move, having to go first, being able to put a pin. Now you did see that my opponent did place a pin one time with the bishop, but I had like 3 pins that I utilized. So these little tactics do work. Pins are especially dangerous, very dangerous. So let's play a game. We're doing a 3-minute time control. And let's see who we get. Alright, 1762, very evenly matched. I'm just going to get a nice little castle. Now you saw this with my opponent. My opponent did the same thing. This is actually a system. White is playing something called the London. This is called the London. And it's a very good system. So now we're going to go ahead and put the rook there, and we're going to take that out, and we're going to push forward. So we've got the ability, let's see, let's go here. Now the queen is going to be able to pick this piece up, so we have to, let's go ahead, let's go ahead and just defend this piece. I'm going to defend the piece. Now what I want to do is I want to get my rook connected, so we're going to go ahead and bring the queen out, threatening that pawn. They protect it with a counter attack here. We're going to go for this pawn. Now, this is an attack, but we have a check. We have a check. I'm going to check them to displace the king. I'm going to bring my queen out. And then I'm going to attack again. I got to, yeah. I got to be faster because I'm going to lose on time. That was a good move. They pick up that piece. Really good move. But I am going to continue to attack. Now, I may have mate in 2 if I do it correctly. Interesting. Alright, so they're very... That was a great move. That was a very good move. Very, very strong move. So now I have to try another tactic. I was going to sacrifice my knight, but I can't do it now. Although maybe I can still get something good from this. Alright, so here again, that's a check. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, my trash. Hold on, I gotta be right back. Damn it. Oh well, I had to go put my trash out. Okay, so what happens here? Damn, it was my move. They took that. And then I would pick up the queen. So, anyway, That's what happens when you do things live. That's what happens when we do live, when we're live. Oh, okay. Well, let's try that again. Okay, we lost a lot of points. Well, that's what happens. Oh. Alright. Hmm. 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 Okay. See, now the queen's got this right here. Okay. So that I like this better for me. Let's go ahead and push that king side. And I'm gonna go after that. There. Yes. Let's target this first. Okay. There's a check here. I'm going to go after that bishop. And then I'm going to do a quick check. And then let's bring the knight out here. Now, I got to be careful. The rooks are coming over. No, they didn't. Alright. I thought they would. Now we're going to do this here. I'm going to run away. Nope, let's take it. We got it. They can't take my rook back. That was a free piece. And the reason is because of that pin. There we go. And even if they bring the rook to block to try and pin it, it comes with a check. Now, I like to go ahead and get my queen. Remember how we talked about that 7th rank? Now, let's go ahead, bring out the queen. And this is a game. This game is over. This game is over. Yeah. We're just going to use our king, because the king is an attacking piece. Our king is an attacking piece. Our king is an attacking piece. Alright. There we go. We've got position on him. He can check me. He can check me. That's true. That is true. He could have checked me. Okay. Alright. On the way to get our, let's just say, good game. Thank you. Good game. Alright. That's a cool, they're from Russia. From Russia. Dobry Vietcher. Dobry Vietcher? Dobry Dean. Dobry Dean. Spasiba. 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 Thank you, thank you. Alright. New opponent. Let's go back. Here we go. Alright. Now, there's two different ways I could do this. I could go with this, or I can go with that. I'm going to fiend shadow my bishop. I think we can get away with that move. I think we can get away with that. It's going to be hard to keep that pawn. So we'll just go ahead and get rid of it. Now they do have this nice center control. Right? They got control of the center. Yes, they do. targeting that piece, which means the bishop should come back. I don't know. Interesting. Interesting. Now, man, I can't believe that. I forgot the trash. Tuesday's trash day. Alright, so what do we got going on? That was a nice move. That was a great move. That's checking. Okay. Good move, good move. I did like that knight move. That knight move was very clever. That knight move was very clever. There is no discovery check, so I could safely take that piece. And I'm threatening. Yes. Alright, so interesting. Let me get king safety. Let's go here. Still gotta worry, and here. Yeah. Alright, we got a castle. Alright, now this bishop is protected. Now we're good to go. Now we can start re-attacking. Okay. It was a little dicey there for a second. Let's get back to it. Oh, that pawn push. That was a bad move. Yeah, look at that. Great move. Great move by my opponent. So, that was a great move by my opponent. Really good. Really good. And we're looking at the time troubles. So, real good move by my opponent. But, let's go here. We're going to keep protection on that knight. And actually we have to move the knight. We're going to move the knight. We're going to move the knight. We're going to move the knight here, possibly. Okay. Alright, we're just going to take that queen. Forget about it. We're going to take the queen and just play the game. Never mind. Never mind. Well, I thought I was going to take the queen, but I didn't get a chance to. So, that was my mistake. I missed that. I should have just went ahead and took that immediately. So, that was my mistake. Alright, so I gotta play with the time. We're getting low on time. Low on time. We're threatening this mate. So queen has to go here. That's a check. They have to block with their queen, and then it's checkmate. Okay. Alright, so we got our points back from that little debacle that I had to run out. We got our points back. Alright. Let's see what's happening in the chess itself. It should be time for an actual, what is this? An under 2000 Blitz Arena 3-2. Alright. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to join this tournament. And our goal is to be 1800 by the end of this tournament. So, give me 1 second. Let me position myself here and get ready. It's a cold and rainy day. I have my little Baja pullover on. So what I'm going to do is, since I'm going to be playing people that are going to be a lot stronger than me, I'm going to try and take chances, and I'm going to try to be aggressive, you know. I'm going to try to be more aggressive. And what does that mean? Does that mean just throw pieces on the board? No, it means like, if I see the opportunity to pin a piece, I'm going to pin that piece. We saw from the first example of how the pins basically won the game. You can win a game. At the same time, the pin is basically an example of where you're going to get the advantage on the exchange. Because the pin is not saying you get something for free, necessarily. Sometimes you get taken right back. But the point is to gain a better material. To gain better material. You want to get a rook. You want to get a queen. So, pinning a piece doesn't necessarily mean that you're blocking the king and the king can't move. It's in check. It's the object of having a smaller value target in front of a larger value target. You gotta look at it like that. You need to make the most money, the most bang for your buck. Alright. So we have some liquid refreshments for the next hour. I've got some little candies here. I don't know what flavor that was. It was nasty. Do a little stretch. We got 2 minutes. We can do it. Let's see. We can do it. We can do it. We started off around 12th position. 19... So there's 5 1900s. And what I've learned in these tournaments is that the later on, stronger players tend to join later on. I mean, it's still only 9 o'clock in the morning, so it's still early. And Lichess is usually a European group of players, so it's really late for them. Really late. So, you never know. Okay. I may not be talking as much as I did with those other games because I'm going to try and focus on actually winning. So, there's no password, buddy. Just play the game. Oh, there's another Russian. Ah, son of a... Why do I do that every time I open up these fuckers? Well, guess I'm not wearing this shirt anymore. Okay. 27 seconds to go. Let's start this tournament off. We've got 1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour. Let's see. I will probably get hopefully a positive score. Here we go. Here we go. Right now, someone about our rating, and we're playing a French. Either an exchange French or advanced. So here I normally take, knight comes out, and my move order is a little bit different than normal. They haven't taken advantage of that square here. So what I want to do, I guess, is get rid of this knight. Bring my queen back. Now, well, we gotta take it. We gotta take it. Gotta take it. Now I've got 3 defenders on it, so I can hold it off. I can hold it off long enough for me to do this. If they take, I take back with the knight. And now I can go and try and work on my king safety. Clever, clever. Okay. So we have to protect, and this knight really is not doing. There is the chance that he would sacrifice it, and he did sacrifice it, but I have a pretty nice attack here. Got a pretty nice attack, and yes, we pick up that for free. Yeah. Not to mention, I'm going to take, I can't do that, so I'm going to take it with the pawn. Got to take it with the pawn because this comes forward with the pin. Remember we talked about the pin. And I'm actually going to go over here. This is getting a little dangerous. It's getting a little dangerous. They get it back. They do get the rook back. However, it's not that simple, is it? It's not that simple. I'm going to take it with the queen. And of course I've got to worry about, it's not a worry, but I've got to be mindful of, what's happening here. Alright, queen checks. Okay. Yeah, the shenanigans. There are shenanigans. There are some shenanigans. So. Ah, damn it. I don't know. I might be okay. I might be okay. Might be okay. We're looking at that attack here, which means I'll get that, and I do have a check, and that check could save my butt. that check could save me. Not to mention I do have this knight. Let's think about it. I'm gonna have to offer to trade because this is too strong. Yeah. I do have my bishop protecting this queening square. I do have the bishop protecting the queening square, so I feel I'm okay that way. I do need to play a little bit faster though. We are targeting, we're going to be targeting Alright, so if I go here, I think that's okay. And now, I gotta be careful. I give some support to this rook so I can get my bishop out. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go after. Didn't get a chance to go after it. Didn't get a chance to go after it, so I'm going after this check. Yeah. So I have two check possibilities of two checks. So the king's going to have, I don't know what they're going to do. They went there. They allowed me to get the check, which I don't know why. I get this check. And now I can get, let's see if I can get a good decent check which causes them to have to move into a position. Okay. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to slide here. So this gives me a check, which I feel is okay. I feel that that's going to be really good. That check there. And then we go here. And then we go here. And then mate. Okay. Ooh, that was a close one. Look at that. They got very aggressive once they lost, and they sacrificed the knight for an attack. That was really, really aggressive. Really, really aggressive, sacrificing that knight for the attack. But they sacrificed it too soon. If they had set that attack up with another piece ready to come in down here, it probably would have been game over. So, alright, let's get back to the tournament. We are in 24th place out of 318 people. It's pretty good. Okay. Now, all we're doing right now is waiting for the next game. Here we go. And we're going to go into the system that I play. And yes, it's a system. It is called the English. And they're using, like, I would say, like an accelerated dragon. So this is the accelerated dragon. I don't like that knight being there. I don't like that knight being there. So this is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough game. But since they underdeveloped, I want that rook. Interesting. 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 We're going to keep pushing forward. We're going to keep pushing forward. Alright. Now, they have to protect against checkmate. This is tricky. This is tricky. This is going to be tricky. They do have a check. They do have a check, and it will pick that pawn back up. Tricky, tricky, tricky. They've got an attack here that is really well developed. So earlier I was talking about if you don't have a developed attack, not to do it. But they have a really strong developed attack. And I am just trying to get this knockout punch here. I'm trying to get this knockout punch. So they do have a check. I can go away from the check. I think that's game over for me. I think I've lost. I think I have lost. Because they have 1, 2, 3. Oh man. I don't know. I don't know. That check might do it. Might be game over. That check could be game over. Oh, they can't check me. They can't check me because of the... Ooh, that saved me. Briefly. Briefly. But I'm not winning this game, I'll tell you that much. They can't check with the knight because of the pin. But all they need to do is probably sacrifice. They may be able to sack something. Can they sack something? Huh. Interesting. I might be able to get away from this. I might be able to get away from this. And that's it. Game over. Wow. Wow. That was intense. The only reason that worked is because this knight got pinned. Now remember how I was saying earlier, pins win games, tactics win games. I think they built up too much. You know. Alright. Oh, it says I'm on fire. That's good. We have a possibility of reaching our 1800 goal. That would be great. The next player we get is probably going to be I'm going to say a 1900. Yeah. 1723. Okay. Well, they look like they're going to play a London. Now, we played that London to begin with, and I don't think that we had too many troubles with it. I don't believe we had too many troubles with it. Yeah. Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this knight here for this push. We're going to get the knight here for the push. Now, can we do it? Can we do it? We need to get the queen out. So let's do a little bit of a probing move. A probing move. I'm going to attack the king side first. Alright, now remember that pawn there. Now that we have that pawn there, we're going to try to be a little more aggressive. I'm going to try to be a little bit more aggressive. That queen needs to come out. Oh no! That was bad. That was a horrible mistake. They had that piece for free. Oh my goodness. I made a bad move. I made a very bad move. They had that piece for free. Ugh. I was playing too fast and got focused on just my moves and didn't take into consideration their moves. So that's what happened. That's what happened there. So that was not good. It wasn't good. That was not a good move on my part. Wasn't a good move on my part. Alright, I'm in a lot of trouble here again. So I'm going to try to do, let's go ahead and let's see. I need once I get rid of this knight, I can run away to this square here. That's the only thing I'm trying to do is protect my escape route. Trying to protect my escape route. Hmm. I take, they take. I take, then they run away? No. Yeah, let's do this. And I go here. Okay. I gotta go there. Oh, that's it. Game over. Damn. Game over. I lost. Yeah, that was bad. Darn it. This pawn takes that slot. I gotta run away. Gotta run away. Okay. So now I'm just going to see if I can run the clock out. I'm going to try to run away, run the clock out. I don't see a check. I don't see a check. Gotta be careful. If I go here, that knight. Yeah, that would be game over. Oh, that's tricky. That's tricky. That's tricky. Gotta take it. Gotta take it. Damn. I don't think they're 1723 in my opinion. They are not 1723. They are not 1723 by any regard. That check. That checkmate. Okay. Well, knew we were losing this game, but still. Ooh, I don't believe they were 17. Unless they are true. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We got beat. We got beat. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. So. Alright, again, you'll notice that I'm playing. I'll let him come here. So. I'll let him come. And normally you want to take towards the center. Take towards the center. Pawns take towards the center. So we're going to try and get them to exchange. Queens. Yeah, that'll work better. If they That'll work better if I do. If they do go after my queen, I like that better. I like my chances now with a queenless game targeting these pieces. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just do a pawn advance. Do a pawn advance. Probably get my knight over here. I'm not liking my escape square options, so we make an escape square while we can. And let's see what's going to happen here. That really doesn't do anything for me now. This knight's not doing anything, so I'm going to go after that pawn. So we'll see. I'm not really coming... They can't take me. I'll take them back. Connected rook. It's a push. So... Oh, tricky. Alright, I'll give them that pawn to get this pawn. But they don't let me have that pawn, do they? Alright. Okay. Interesting. That was a decent move. Interesting. You want to keep the bishop where it is. It's going to have to... Alright, let's see. We need to make the best of this situation. That bishop will get my piece. I'm going after that pawn. I'm going to go after this pawn by getting rid of the protector. So, it's an aggressive move. And now I can target it. Aha! And now we get this line. And we're going to put that rook right there on the 7th rank. Now, I think their knight is probably going to move out. But really, that helps me too. That I pick up that pawn for free now. The king's going to have to move back. The king moves back. Obviously, my rook goes right where it wanted to be. So, there we go. There we go! Yep. Now we get the rook right where we want it. Okay. You were very annoying with that bishop, so we'll just keep it here. Why do they do that? I don't know why they did that. I'm still going to maintain control. Still maintaining control. And now, I got that pawn, possibly? Alright. Can I beat them like that? I don't know. I don't know if I can beat them the way that they're the mobility of my bishop versus their knight. So what I have to do is get my king into the game. Ah, game over for me. Wow, just like that. Just like that. Huh. Okay. That was not good. Man, that was not good. Can't target that. But you can target that guy. But you can target him. Very good move, sir. Very good move. Can you do the same thing? Can you double attack it? Oh, super clever, super clever. Okay. So what they did was they established control of that 7th rank, and now they can push the pawn to queen. And since my bishop can't get to the protecting that square, the game is over. Very good. Alright. So now we're leveled out. We've got 2 wins, 2 losses. We're maintaining that 50-50. Less than 25 minutes remaining, and we still want to get that target 1800. So these last 2 losses have been very small little things, very small little nuances. So let's go back to playing the way we want. They got that there. So what I'm going to do here is I am actually going to gotta take it back with the bishop. Interesting. That doesn't do anything for me. That doesn't do anything for me. I don't know. The rook maintaining control of that open file is a very good thing. That rook controlling that file was a very good thing for them. Yeah, it's looking very, very drawish. So I gotta be careful with my pawns then. I gotta take it. This is not, I don't like this at all. What to do, what to do. I guess we're forcing the trade. We're forcing the trade, darn it. I don't like that, but we can get this pawn on the white square and reinforce it with our king. So, yes. And now we're going to have to trade off the bishop in order to get our king down here to protect this pawn. So, three to three. So they have two island chains. They have two islands. These pawns are together. We call that a pawn island. And now, yep, it's a race. It's a race. They can't check me. I got the pawn to protect it, the king to protect it. So I'm going to go here. Now their king is going to be the same way. Push the pawn while we can. Should I move the king over? Yes. Yeah, because I still got an escape square for that rook. And this king is safe. So I need to get my king over here. Yeah. Actually, that works too. And now I can try and go after that pawn, which they stopped that. So we go here. All right. All right. Boom. Maybe that'll work. That has a possibility of working because now my rook can go here. I'm still controlling it. I'm still got two on it. The king can't go here. He can go there. Nice move. Oh. Let's do a check. Let's do a check. That was the wrong move. I had to protect that pawn. I had to protect the pawn. That was the wrong move. Yeah. Yeah. That was the wrong move. It was the wrong move. I had to protect the pawn. Darn. Well, king-rook endings are tough. Very tough. Now, we had to take it with this rook. And it's a draw. It's a draw. Oh my goodness. Victory is mine through a draw. Awesome. Okay, I'll take it. I will take it. You know, winning doesn't mean winning. Sometimes winning means drawing. Yes. I'm starting to like strawberry a lot better than I used to. Alright. 17 minutes. Although it was supposed to be an hour. Something ain't right. Their clock is off. Their clock is off. Stop. Okay. Interesting, the no move technique. The no move technique. Interesting. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to play the Botanovic. I'm going to play the Botanovic variation. Going to play the Botanovic variation. Okay. Now what's going to happen is they have a target. They have two targets. They got two targets with this rook and queen, but you know, I'm going to pin this knight here in a second. I'm going to pin the knight, protect the pawn, and then we're going to pin the knight. Oh, they will not let me pin the knight, so we just aggressively go after the knight. Okay. Then we're going to keep that knight from doing any shenanigans. That's one of my favorite words to use is shenanigans. Shenanigans. Okay. Now we push on the queen side here. We're going to push. And remember that underdevelopment. Sometimes it's necessary to underdevelop. Sometimes it's necessary to underdevelop. Sometimes it is. That's not a bad move, but I gotta take it. Now I need to put my bishop here first, so I can attack that queen if that knight moves. Now if their knight moves first, it did not. So we're going to wait. We're going to wait. We lost the piece. That's okay. We're going to lose a piece. Yeah, it happens. It happens. It happens. We lose pieces. Alright, so now the queen... we could go here with that queen. Oh no, we have to see what they do. We have to see what they do. They have a lot of moves at their disposal. They're probably going to move the... Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. Okay, that's it. Game over. That's it. Game over. Game over. Alright. So let's prepare for a rook lift. We'll bring my rook up and over. Oh, nice. Nice move, nice move. Nice move, nice move. And now it's just a matter of time. Literally a matter of time. Literally a matter of time. Okay. That was a good game. My opponent was winning there, except for that one blunder. That one little blunder. And I think we have 3 more games. We could probably get 3 more games. 3 times 5 is 15. Maybe we'll get 1790 if we can win the rest of our games. We'll see. We shall see. Alright. Now, you know me, I like to play the French. If they take, it's the exchange. If they do not take, it is called the advance. If they do that, we go into what's called a Rubinstein. We go into a Rubinstein. Okay. So you see what I did here? I'm threatening mate. Threatening mate. Nice recovery. Very nice recovery. I love that. And I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot. Alright. Congratulations. I'm an idiot. That's a classic example of getting too focused on your own plans. So I was so hyper-focused that I just blundered away the queen. And remember, like I said, remember, you can be better than me. Just like that. Just like that. Prime example of how you can be better than me. Because I blunder and blunder all the time. Oh, interesting. Oh well. That's a nice attack. Yeah, we're going to have to do that too. This is getting messy. What the front door? What the hell is even going on right now? You know what? Forget about it. I'll just take losing the material. That's it. I'll lose the material. Fine. Shit. I'm getting my ass whooped. I am getting my ass whooped. Absolutely destroyed. I've got no excuse either. No excuse for the carnage. No excuse for this carnage. I am getting blasted. Blasted. 100% blasted. I'm getting destroyed. Alright. Good job to my opponent. So let's look at this. 2 wins, 2 losses. A draw. 2 wins, 2 losses. What is going on? That's nuts. Hopefully we can get one more game. Okay, here we go. One more game. Okay. Well, let's go ahead. Nope. We'll go here. Okay. Okay. Going after castle. Alright. Push the pawn. Push the pawn. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is tricky. Let's do it. This is kind of tricky. This is kind of tricky. They can't take me. They could have taken me. They could have taken me. Interesting. 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 That doesn't work either. I have to move the rook. Yeah, I have to move the rook. Wow, nice move. Oh my goodness. I don't even know if this is going to count towards the tournament, but it will towards my rating. Check. Takes. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Now we lost the earlier game because we did not play this right. Go here. Damn. I don't like this. We were winning. 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 Huh. There we go. I like it. I like it. Damn it. That didn't go right. That was not correct. You got the queen. That's it. All right, good game. All right, just like that. So instead of our 1800 goal, we ended with 1757 and one game under our score. Now for the tournament, we finished at 50%, but we know watching that last game that we lost that last game. So we did not do well. The games that we lost, maybe a few of them were close, but there were a few where we got totally destroyed. Now, so when you get totally destroyed, with the advantage of having the database here, you can go back and you can look at these games. Should be able to get on that game. There you go. And then we can see what these games, and you can go back and you can review them. So, and that's what I'm probably going to do. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today. Me getting my butt beat and pulling some tricky little wins, and that little draw. That draw was awesome. When I got that draw, that was a good game. That was a good game. Okay. So until next time, have a great day, and as always, thanks for watching. We'll probably be on later. And either some Raid, Shadow Legends, or some Final Fantasy XI, just playing around. But until then, y'all have a great day, and maybe we'll see you later in the future. Enjoy your day. And